I'm looking at the screen, so I know when it started.
Okay.
I hear that.
What's up?
I don't hear that. Hold on. You might have to stop and start those.
Sure, no problem, no problem.
Mm, that was my fault. I just realized what I did.
What recording software are you guys using?
I'm waiting if you with it, girl. Ready to get busy, girl. Let's go ahead, get physical. Let's get physical. Your rhythm is irresistible, and I know I'ma feel your feelings, girl. So baby girl, what we waiting for? Let's get physical. Girl, I know that you wanna get out and flaunt it, get naughty, stunning it up, yeah, your body's godly. Love it when you put your phony on me. Yeah, we're the life of the party. Hardly anyone here that can harness all the energy that we have conjured. Are we onto something? Can you feel it, darling? Go ahead, baby girl, and move with your hips. Wiggle the fin, you get that feeling you miss when I'm in the midst. I kiss you right on the lips, if that is your wish. I know that you've been waiting for this, and the moment's now honest. Honestly, yeah, I've been anxious waiting for this. To have you in my arms, a harmony, a love and a bliss that we created, girl. Now's the time to really express the way we're feeling. Yeah, dance with me, give me your best. I'm waiting if you with it, girl. Ready to get busy, girl. Let's go ahead, get physical. Let's get physical. Your rhythm is irresistible, and I know I'ma feel your feelings, girl. So baby girl, what we waiting for? Let's get physical. Break it down, mama, give me your best. In your tight dress, just like that, I confess that you're just my type, baby girl, you express how you feel with the rhythm, letting go of your stress. Yes, you came to impress all your friends that you're with, but who would've guessed that we find each other here and now we're a match. Now we're in each other's arms and loving the trance. Say less, girl, let's get in the set and work up a sweat. Your breath smells fresh as a mint. I'm wondering if you might be interested in having a kiss and giving me a taste of your lips. I can tell you really want it, honey, by the way that you bit on me. You won't get on me, use your tongue and get a little bit twisted. If this is your wish and insist, miss, let's get this. Yeah, baby girl, we gon' get to business. I'm waiting if you with it, girl. Ready to get busy, girl. Let's go ahead, get physical. Let's get physical. Your rhythm is irresistible, and I know I'ma feel your feelings, girl. So baby girl, what we waiting for? Let's get physical.
Yo, it's the Chop It Up podcast, man. This is your boy, Hawklyfe, man. I'm telling you, I got a special one for you today. I got singer, songwriter, rapper, probably producer. I mean, you could probably throw a million names at him. And they all probably right. My guy in
Correct.
the building, Chase Davidson. Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on? My name's Chase. Hawk gave a very kind intro, being a nice guy. Yep, I just make music. And
Yeah,
I put it all together, yada, yada, yada. But, he hit it on the head. Yep.
yeah, man.
Appreciate you having me on. It's I've been looking forward to it. It's a lot of fun.
I've been looking forward to it. I was listening to some of the music. I heard one
Mm.
song you were singing on. Um, Let's Get Physical is really a club bop. I can see people in the club jamming on the floor and just vibing to it. It's
Right.
real EDM kind of southern hip hop. It's a good vibe. When I heard it, I said the people need to hear it. It needs to be heard. Um, First and foremost, tell people what your creative process like what's the thought process going into making a song.
Sure. It really varies song to song. Sometimes it'll be For that song in particular, which normally isn't the case, but for that song in particular, I kind of challenged myself and I normally don't start with the drums first, but I particularly did it in on purpose and did the drums first. And then I was just like looking through sounds and then I found those chords were just bow, wow, wow. And I'm just like, oh, that was like it was just a vibe already. And I'm just like, oh dude, this is just like out of here. So I just kind of built off of that.
Yeah.
It's different every single time, man. Like sometimes I'll get on a song, and I'll just like beatbox the rhythm that I want to hear, and then I'll go in and I'll fill drums in, depending on like to match kind of like the sounds. Or sometimes, I mean, a lot of the songs like in that one you hear too, like I'll just leave it in there because it gives it a nice like human feel to it and gives it like a bounce to it. So just depends song to song, but I like doing it in a lot of various different ways because I think that's just how it happens naturally, and I just kind of fill in the blank, and that's how that song kind of turned out. Drums first, then the chords, and then kind of filled everything out rhythm wise.
Like, what kind of things do you draw from? Like, your inspiration from? Like, is it personal experiences, sounds? Like,
Sure. It just depends. Like a lot of times, it depends. I mean, like, I think it's hard to put I think it's really hard to put like a real like key on what exactly, but I approach different songs differently. So like you take a song like that, like you take Physical, and that's a song where it's like it's a vibe, right? It's just like it's a feeling, it's a mood. So like all the lyrics, all the words, and the way that like I say the words in that song is it's just a vibe. It's not like so for that particular song, it does matter like what to me, it does matter what the words are, but it matters how you say them. Like that's why it's like that vibe. It's kind of got like a whispery vibe to it. It's not like super like in your face. And then you just find you kind of I find the words that like match that vibe. And I'm thinking in my head when I'm making a song, especially like that, I'm like, where like you said at the very beginning, it's like where am I hearing the song? Like where am I
mm,
picturing someone listening to the song? And I approach it
yeah.
from like that standpoint for pretty much all my songs. But I mean, you could use that one as an example, I guess.
Mhm.
Right.
Um, you also sing. Like, when did you started singing, or how did that come about? I knew you had a nice flow, but when you realized you had a voice to go with it.
Right. Actually, the complete other way around.
Mm,
I've grown up, my mom and dad, like pretty much since I came out the womb, I've just been like surrounded by like singing and music. My mom and dad both sing like all the time, like around the house. My mom and dad would sing a lot. They did choir. We watched like every, like Disney movie growing up. Um, we just did. I just grew up like in a singing family. Like I remember like we're like going I thought about this the other day. We were like going downtown. I go downtown just for a little bit of context. I live like 30 minutes like outside of Chicago, right? And I would go into work with my mom, and I remember like the other day thinking about how we would leave her office, or sometimes we'd get to the
yeah, man.
office and we'd be playing Outcast, Hey Ya by Outcast, and we'd just be like going in the car or whatnot. So just from a young age, man, I don't know. TLDR, long answer.
So, I heard one of your singing songs, and I know you have a very decent voice, right? So
Hmm.
I want to set the tone. We're gonna play a little game called Songs Association.
Sure,
All right.
sure.
And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna give you a word. I'm gonna give you a word. You saying something to
Okay,
come with that word. It could be one of your songs, it could be something else. It doesn't matter. You got 10 seconds. First word,
okay.
when.
Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, dun, 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 dun. I don't even know the name of that song, but it's
Yeah,
like that song, and then you got like the I think Logic did like a remix to it at one point too.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. Uh, that was good, man. It was good. I got one more. We got to set the
Do
tone.
it, do it.
I got one more.
Okay.
The word is man.
Man.
Yeah, like a man. Man, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like completely drawing a blank. I got nothing for you. Give me another word. I don't even have like I can't even think of one. Just do another word. I don't know.
A word everybody like to use, and I want to see what you're gonna come up with. Love.
Sure. Okay. You know the first song that came to my mind is I don't even the first song that came to my mind is I think it's a Britney song. It goes like L-O, 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 V-E, L-O, 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 V-E. I can't remember who actually sang that song, but that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
That's kind of more of a rap. I don't know what song. I don't even know what song it is, but that was the first thing that came to mind.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a chance to freestyle. If it's a song you want freestyle, to kind of let them understand all the different verses of your voice. You go ahead. The flow is yours.
Sure. Okay. Um,
By the way, shout out
any
to
song.
shout out to
Okay, hang on a
Conflict. You
second.
said you have a nice voice.
I appreciate that. Sorry, man. I was just like, any song. Okay. You kind of caught me on the spot here. I'm like thinking about
Yeah. Yeah.
what's something I've been listening to recently.
Y'all in for a treat. Be patient. Nah, but I don't listen to. They got a lot of good music that came out, man. A lot of different.
You know what song I like a lot actually? I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. I don't know the lyrics. I just like the song a lot. Hang on. It's Nobody Knows by Russ. I'm just pulling up the lyrics really quick. I know how the notes go. Hang on. All right. It's Nobody Knows by Russ. Mask up my pain. Hold back my tears. I'm going insane. Nobody knows. All by myself. Let the rain hit me. I'm going insane. Nobody knows. And then he breaks into like two, it's two raps, but that's the hook. I like that song a lot.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. Yeah. They said no, that's a lovely soulful rendition. Shout out to
Appreciate it.
y'all. So back to the questions after I done put you on the spot and put you in the hot seat. I just wanted to give me a little taste. I think
That's fine.
the song I thought you was gonna sing had love in it, and I believe it was a song that you was singing. Uh, and correct. And I'm gonna give you the song 'cause I don't want to screw it up because I'm that type of person. Um, I could be wrong, but the song is "Let Out Your Love." I believe "Let Out Your Love." Great.
Right. Okay, I follow you. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a good song. Actually, it's really eclectic. Your whole process, like what's been the pros and cons of basically getting your music out, uh, networking, promoting that type of structure.
Honestly, that's probably been the hardest thing for me by far.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I so the hardest that has been probably the number one challenge for me. But I mean, there's a lot of levels to it. I mean, the way that I kind of would look at it from like an overall standpoint is kind of like I kind of rate myself or look at myself as like an NBA 2K player, right? And you look at like I look at like, well, how are my lyrics? Like, where are my lyrics at? Where's like my production at? Where's my, mixing at, where's my, take all the different things. But yeah, like market, it's really hard, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Like that is the honest truth. Like
Oh
I
no, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. It
yeah.
was like for us for a while. Um, it's just one of those things that constantly keep you on your toes, keep you constantly pushing and grinding further because it's such it's such once you have a good marketing strategy, you can go places. Um,
You mind if I'll say this. I'll answer your question a little bit, but I kind of want to flip it onto you guys and see what you think a little bit.
yeah,
So like for me, when I go ahead and post music, like, and I think this is how you guys actually ended up finding my music, right? Is
hmm
I just go and like post it on a bunch of different discords, and I think you ended up finding one of my songs like through the Discord, and I guess it's pretty much like kind of how we're here today, which was just like kind of like a shock to me in the first place. Um, but yeah, I'll go and post my songs on like Discord. I'll go and post it on Twitter and Instagram. But the thing is, ultimately, is like if you don't have a lot of people on your following from your Instagram or your Twitter, then you're just it's fine. I mean, you're putting it out into the world for the people that are following you, but it's not like you're attracting new audiences from that. So I like doing things like Discord. I'll go and post a lot of my music on Reddit, but real talk, like I've been like permabanned off of like hip hop like Reddit. Like I've made like so many different accounts to like try to post my music on it, and like it just gets flagged every single time. Like I try to post now. So let me flip the question. I mean, what do you guys do? Like, what kind of tools or stuff have you guys been using, or things that have worked for you guys?
Um, me personally, I've used several different tools. Production wise, a lot of the dolls and stuff. Like I said, my co-host Mirrors, who's out, he does a lot of that, and he uses a lot of different types of elements when he does that. Me personally, I'm the video guy, so I'm a lot of using iMovies and pixels and things of that nature
Okay,
to make a good
sure.
presentation. As far as the marketing is concerned, in those areas at this moment we're using a lot of social media heavily, Discord heavily.
Right.
Um, when I first started, I used a lot of Reddit heavily. Mostly the sub
Okay,
for sub, mostly the sub for subs,
sure.
because it was a way to. I wouldn't tell nobody to do that because I didn't know it was the wrong thing to do, but they got a whole damn page dedicated to it. It's kind
Wait,
of
what do you
odd.
mean? Like people were looking down upon it or something, or what was?
Yeah, the sub for subs. They was like, you're not supposed to do it if somebody. They
Oh,
see a lot of times people feel like because you subbing to somebody, you might be the type of person that's just want to support everybody and just sub to everybody. Some people feel like
sure.
they don't have to sub back to you because you sub to them. A lot
But
of people don't
you do
realize.
use Reddit a frequent amount then, huh?
Yeah, I used to like a very, very frequent amount, and then when things started to pick up more, I was more heavily on Discord because I'm in like 100 servers. I'm
Right. Okay.
always maxing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I feel
I
that.
know a lot of people on Discord, and we go through our progressions on there. And I use Twitter and stuff like that. But it's mostly Discord now. I'm able to do that, and
Mhm.
because I noticed that Discord was one of the best networking apps you can find if you know
Yeah,
how to use it. Like, you know. So
I
yeah,
think
that's been a big impact. Yeah.
I think the one thing that's very frustrating from my experience, I like Reddit. I like the idea of Reddit, but I think Reddit kind of like kicks themselves in the leg sometimes because I feel like, and this is on a broad scale, but I could use a couple examples to like be specific.
Mm.
I think Reddit really could foster a better opportunity for like new creators and people that are like coming up, by allowing people to have like posts that to actually show their content. Because it's like, let's put it like this, right? If I go onto hip hop Reddit, right? Hip
Mhm.
hop heads. Do you guys know hip hop heads?
Yeah.
Like if I go into hip hop heads, I'm not going to hip hop heads to find like a Lil Wayne track. Like I know who Lil Wayne is, right? But then
Right.
it's like, but it's like a missed. I feel like it's some of the Reddits are like misused because like
Hmm.
obviously most people that are going in there are not looking to find like the Kanyes, the Lil Waynes of the world. They're looking to find like new material, new artists. But then if you go from like the back end of actually posting your music as an artist, like to actually post it on those kind of platforms, like they you get insta banned for something like that, which is just like it's very counterintuitive, I think, to what I would want to get out of that as like a user experience to find new music, which I feel like that's kind of what those platforms like want to be. But yeah, I feel like they got to work that out for it to really become that.
Oh, definitely, definitely. It's Reddit is so complex, so complex. It's
Yeah.
like on another level, man. Um, I would tell people to use every social media aspect that they can,
Right.
and I say that because social media is growing at a rapid rate, just like Bitcoin and all those elements. It's the future, so you gotta have your hands impact on social media because that's gonna get you a lot of these artists. That's where they first got seen.
Right.
A lot of them, some of them, like back in the day, it was more of you go in the neighborhoods, you pass out your CDs, you know what I'm saying, and you do the footwork. Now it's social media dependent, so this is the most
Hmm.
important time to have social media as an asset. You know,
I
so
think it's like,
use it and max it out as best you can, man. It's a rough path though. I would say that tell the people where on social media can find your music and stuff of that nature.
yeah, absolutely. So the best place if you want to come check out my music is just really simple, is on YouTube. So just type in Chase Davidson on YouTube. You'll
Mhm.
find me. That's the best spot. It's got all my music on there. I have some uploads on Spotify. I have some on SoundCloud, but that's the most consistent one. It's just the easiest to post onto and get my music out there is YouTube. So that's where all my content is. And then also, I think kind of like spinning off a little bit of what you were saying before. It's like, well, I guess like as a segue off of what we were talking about before, but I feel like from my perspective, like my preference in terms of um communicating with people is conversations like this. Like I like having more like open conversations where you can have like a nice back and forth and people can really kind of get to feel you and like have like a sense of like who you are and like your personality and whatnot. And I feel like a lot of times like on I'm not a huge fan of social media platforms, even though I do use them. Like my favorite by far is Twitter by far, but I love podcasts. I'm a huge fan of podcasts.
Yeah.
Myself, like personally, like another thing that I do is I was streaming like today, but I also sometimes when I'm making music, I'll go live and I'll stream on Twitch. I don't know if you're familiar with what Twitch is or not, but
Yeah. Um, I been a while, but I stream on I'm a gamer. If I was a gamer first, so I do stream on Twitch as a gamer, but it's been a
right,
while.
okay.
But yeah, I love Twitch. Love Twitch. Amazing app.
Yeah, Twitch is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. But yeah, I definitely okay, yeah. I definitely check you out on Twitch, man. But if I ask a lot of people that come on here, um, what's more important to them, the creative control or the fame and the money?
Well, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say that I'm gonna try to take this from the perspective of where I'm at, but also of conversations and things that I've heard as well too. And just there's a lot of internet information out on the internet at this point, but I'm pretty sure I think there's a road where you can get both. Like, I mean, it's just you have to go about it in a way where you have ownership over everything
Mm,
you do.
absolutely.
Um, but I think, and that's kind of been my mindset at least up until this point. I'm not like, um, I'm open to working with other people if they're cool. I like their vibe, I like their music or whatnot. But I think from the perspective of, yeah, I do like creating things. I can't say I've been in a situation to be fair. So once again, I'm coming from the perspective that I have, right? I started
Mm,
I started making beats on FL back in the late summer of 2017. And if you really go look at my channel, like the first beat I ever made is up there. Like I've put up like 99% of the music that I've made, and, and they're full songs. So you can see, like, you can literally see where I started and where I'm at now. Like it's there. It's all, it's all out there. And I thought that was kind of the way I wanted to go about it. And so you can see kind of like the progression and whatnot from the songs. Cause I like, obviously I think you kind of get that sense too, but I like making a variety of different music. That's something that I very much enjoy. So like you could have a song like Physical, it's kind of like a club song. It's got a nice bounce to
Yeah.
it, and then swap something up and I could get more rap lyrical, or I could get something like a little bit more personal. Like I don't have like this song isn't even out yet, but I mean just for the sake of teasing it a little bit, but just for like swag, and also the vibe was right. I got a song with my mom, like, and it's someone that, like, I grew up with. She was singing. She sings all the time. Like I did play with her. We did musicals together. She's still singing to this day. She's in a group or whatnot. And I'm just like, dude, it would be like really cool just to say like I did it. I actually did a song with my mom, and it's like it's like kind of like a dark, like it's a piano song. It's just piano. It's just like it's on a what's the right? It's kind of like, I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's on a it's a good vibe. It's a really good vibe, and it's cool. I like being able to do that different stuff. And like I said, I don't have the perspective of being on the other end personally. But yeah, I think that would suck to be like you're forced to do X, Y, and Z. Um yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's cool, man. That you did a song with your mom, and I can't wait
Yeah.
to hear. Um, and, like there's artists that come through here, and I, they got great voices, they got great things. But every once in a while, they got that artist that come through here that reassures me that when I started doing this for independent artists to give them a platform, that they don't have to have a status to be on. Because there's talented artists that are not being heard. And when I hear a
Right.
voice like yours and the versatility of a voice like yours, I say, this is what I do it for. These people, these
I
the people
appreciate
that
that,
need
man.
to be heard. You know, and it affirms that, and it keeps me motivated on a day-to-day basis. Because when I heard your voice, automatically I said it. Like y'all don't understand. If you went and listened to a few people y'all did it and gave them some likes, y'all understand where I'm coming from.
I
But
appreciate that, man.
yeah, mm, yeah, definitely, man, definitely, and that's what we do. We support each other's artists. I'm a MC at heart. I'm a rapper at heart, and that's why when I first heard the song, I believe the song was like I said, the love song was the one I heard first,
Right.
and
Okay.
I was like, "Who is this? This is amazing. Let me reach out to him and get him on the show, cause this is what we looking for. This is what we're trying to bring in. We trying to be different. We trying to bring in different styles of music. You know, rock,
Yeah.
pop. It doesn't matter. We want, and all independent artists know they have somewhere that they can start. You know what I'm
It's super cool, man.
saying? Yeah,
And I mean,
and
like, oh, go ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good. Yeah, you good. Talk. You can
Oh,
say what
okay.
you were saying.
From my perspective, I mean, I got like two different things to say. Maybe I can segue them together. But like, as we were talking about earlier, like, yeah, like one of the hardest things for me is like actually getting people not to like your music, but just to listen to it.
It's
Like
the
just to
list.
get to the point of someone clicking on your video and deciding whether they like it or not, just to get to that point is very
Yeah,
hard.
absolutely.
And I think, when I mean, we talked about it a little bit before, but this just like came out of nowhere. Like I wasn't expecting it at all. I was like, oh, dude, I'd jump on the opportunity. I love doing podcasts. I love talking, having like open conversations. And yeah, man, I'm grateful to be on here. And I was going to say, like, it's so cool that you're giving people the opportunity to do this as someone that's like trying like really hard to get people just to, just to listen.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, having opportunities like this just to, at the very least, have a couple other ears here. And for myself, just to get like some practice and, a rep, like, like actually having like an interview and a conversation with someone. Like I
Yeah.
used to do, I'm a nerd. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
I'm a huge nerd.
That's all
S-
right, man. I'm naughty. It's in the gene.
Right. I'm like a pretty big nerd and I play, you guys know what WoW is, World of Warcraft? Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah, I know Warcraft. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, long story short, um, I play capture the flag in World of Warcraft. Okay. And I used to do like a podcast like like a while ago, but we did like 130 some episodes or something for like a couple hours each. So like it's just like it's my preferred way to talk. I love talking and having like open conversations, and I think you kind of get to feel everyone out a little bit more. And the energy is more organic as opposed to like just quick little clips and stuff to go up on an Instagram. And to kind of segue into like the second point I was like talking about is like the other thing like that and I definitely feel this from like my perspective is like because music is so much more accessible nowadays, everyone everyone and their mother who are making songs are putting their songs are doing similar things to probably what I am and what other one else is doing. It's like, putting the stuff up on Instagram, putting the stuff up on Twitter, putting this, trying to find different ways to get in. But I think from my perspective, like you want to be able to do that, but you also got to be able to offer something unique and that's your own. And not just
Absolutely.
not only just in the sense of music, but like I think like you guys creating this platform for people that have podcasts is like amazing. Like that's I feel like the top tier way to communicate and be able to hear and feel people's ideas out. And you're not getting these like 20, 30-second like weird clips of people doing like goofy shit on Instagram or whatever. It's just like it's more of a you're able to capture an energy and like the essence of the person. So that was a little bit of a tangent, but yeah, I really appreciate it, and I love doing this stuff.
Not a little. Yeah, man, you cutting out a little bit. Um, but definitely, man, it's like I said, we enjoy doing this. When we started doing this, we did it off just our love um, for the being able to meet new people and the love of music first and foremost. You know, and that was the base of it. And him being an audio engineer and being an artist as well, and taking the time to learn how to produce. And he used the. I wanted to do the podcast. The story with me and Murals was I was already on Discord. Now people don't know the story. I was already on Discord. I was doing battle rap events first, and I had
Okay.
that's our main part of the server, and we was doing that, and I wanted to do the podcast. I had a guy that used to work for me, Gigabytes. We was supposed to do a podcast. It didn't happen, but I always wanted to do something like that. So when I met Murals, he was an up and coming audio editor, and he wanted to better his craft. He was like, "I'll do it," you know, because it's gonna help me to better my craft, and also, if you want, I'll co-host. That's how it went, and it drew a crazy response. The first episode was like 117 views, nothing major, but for what we
Right.
was doing and talking our stuff and just talking about current events, and to know that many people was willing to sit down and listen, it was
That's
crazy to
awesome.
us, you know. So and it showed that growth. We know that growth comes in the span, but just to see that type of love and the love that I see in the comments right now, not only for me, for you also. So and that's the thing, and that's what we do it for. No, you can't know great talent until you hear it first. So it's good to put that out there. It's for people to hear, man. And it was like I said, you needed to be heard.
I
I get
appreciate
a
that.
I get a crazy. One minute I'm getting Mac Miller, the next minute I'm getting a little what's his name? John Mayer, Lil Gravity. Kind
Wow,
of stuff.
wow, that's awesome. That's
You know,
awesome.
and yeah, and it's that's what I when I feel music, I feel it, and them the type of artists I want to bring on here, and that's the type of things that we do. collectively. Now, if there was any artists out there that you could collab with, who would it be?
I feel like if I was gonna really answer that question honestly, the question's probably like I have no idea, man. Like, and the reason why I say that is like I could have an idea of maybe what I think someone is,
Mhm.
or what they might bring to the table, or what they might do, or like maybe I think I would know what song we would come up with, or kind of like a vibe or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't think at the end of the day you don't really know until you do it, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be something totally different than what you expected, and it's gonna be a different environment. Now with that being said, if I was to put on the hat of like, okay, sure, let's come up with something, right?
Yeah.
Let's pretend it's in the alleyway of, coming up with some sort of a vibe. Like, the first name that comes to my mind is Pharrell. That's the
Mm.
first name.
Mm.
I love Pharrell. Like, and it's
Mega
crazy when you
producer.
start
Shout out
it's
to
crazy
him,
when you
man.
start looking through his catalog, and he's just like, he wrote on this song, he wrote lyrics for this, he produced this track and this track and this track, and you're just like, what? Like, you're just like, it's amazing. Like, I just find out like new stuff that he's done like all the time. It's just like, I very much get down with his vibe. He's a very selfless person. Seems like, from my point of view, puts in a lot of work, a lot of time, and it's just someone that just isn't afraid to be themselves and to keep going forward, keep pushing forward. And I appreciate a lot of those qualities personally, and that's kind of a vibe that I kind of hold. Like, if I feel like if I feel like there's an energy or an emotion that I want to get across, and it requires me to do a song that's different than something that I've done, like, I'm gonna go do it. Because you know what? Like, I need to get that idea across. I need to get that energy out. Like, it may at the end of the day just be for me. Like, just to get that out and like be able to say I did it. And put that into the world. And I like pushing things. Like, I like trying different sounds out. Why
Mm-hmm.
not? What do you got to lose? Like, I don't have anything to lose. Like, I'll just go put it out. The only thing you could say is like, sure, I mean, maybe you lose time, but I look at it as like, the time that you spend doing that is time that you've spent trying something new, trying out different sounds, trying out if you like this or not. So it's just just keep creating. That's my mode. Keep creating, keep coming up with different ideas, and it's gonna spark different ideas. Like, a lot of times I'll be working on one song, and I'll literally just be sitting there like half asleep, at like 3 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like dozing off, like I'm looking for the right sound, and then I'm just like, whoa, what is that? Like, what is that sound? And then I'm like, whoa, 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 stop what we're doing here. Let's just take this sound and like put this in a new song and make build like stuff like that, man. You gotta keep. I always try to keep creating new stuff that's interesting to me and that feels good.
Yeah. To answer a comment in the comment section, yeah, Nerds was fire. And basically, what he's talking about Pharrell album, Nerds, the
Right,
group, the
right.
guys, all them guys. Pharrell is one of those producers. There's no limit to his ability. Um, very one of those individuals that make some of the timeless music out today, and you wouldn't know you had a hand or a part in it, because he
Mm,
humble in the same breath, you know. So shout out to Pharrell. I had to put that damn out there.
for sure.
So tell the people. Okay, now you also say you focus on the production a little bit. So what kind of software you use to produce? What kind of DAWs and things of that nature?
Yeah, absolutely. So outside of I think two songs. I think I got two songs that someone that I met on my Twitch channel produced, and they let me use the song, and I mixed the vocals on it. I've made everything else. And I use FL Studio 12. It's just a production software that it's just the first software that I got. It was recommended by a friend, and I just, in like 2017, I just sat there and I just watched videos for like months, and just got to the point where I could be like functional and get things in there. And at first, I just had like the starter plugins and whatnot that are available in there, and I had to figure out well, where the hell do I get sounds. Like I start going on Reddit, and I'm like drum kits, like Reddit drum kit, like just finding different sounds, looking through the programs in there and figuring out what could I use, what could I start translating my ideas with. Because originally the whole reason why I actually got into doing FL Studio in the first place is that previously to like making like like beats or like tracks or whatnot, like I wrote on piano. I wrote songs on piano, and also a little bit of guitar. Nothing crazy, but a little bit of guitar. And I wanted to kind of like I wanted to take one of the songs that I had written on piano when I was like, I don't know, like 15 or something. And I was just like, you know what? Like this would probably sound cool as a rap beat. Like it was just like an instrumental kind of a thing that I had. And that was the first thing I did. I just went in and then I plugged it in and turned it into like a beat. Like I turned it into a beat. That was the first song I did.
It's crazy.
Say that again. Sorry, I
It's
couldn't.
crazy. I say,
Yeah.
man, it's crazy. But that goes to show music lives within the soul. Um, Before we get out of here, though, if there's anybody you want to shout out, any producers you work with, fan members, whoever you want to shout out, you can shout them out, man. If you got any new projects coming out, let them know.
Sure. I mean, real talk, probably the only people I really want to shout out right now are you guys. Like just from like in the moment, like I really appreciate you guys having me on, and it's awesome. I got to talk and got to hang out and chat with you guys a little bit. In terms of music or whatnot, if you guys want to come check out the music that I have, the best spot to come check it out is definitely YouTube. Chase Davidson. You can find all the music I have up there. And I stream live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Chase_Davidson. So sometimes when I'm working on music, I'll be on there too. Like today, I was working on a beat and figuring out how I was gonna like put together the rap and like figure out the rhythm and whatnot first. And for this particular song, like a lot of times when I actually write songs, I usually do figure out the words, but I think a lot more rhythm first, and then I play like fill in the blank with what the words actually are once I get like the vibe of like the rhythm or whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, like I said, we appreciate you coming on, man. Hopefully, come back, do some more interviews, some more new music coming out. We can do another one. Um, maybe thinking. We, oh, I wanted to put out there to everybody out there. Come and think about it. Even even Chase, whomever interested, we is looking for another co-host on the podcast. So if you're interested, get with me, man. We'll do that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we do like the news podcast thing too. But yeah. Also, man, November 17th, uh, Battle Rap Kingdom, your guy, owner, host, Hawklyfe will be on Caffeine on Pickstand. I'm doing an interview on Pickstand about BRK and everything that we got going on. You guys support me, support Pickstand, Caffeine. Uh, no telling, maybe in the future BRK might be making a few appearances on Pickstand. Cross your fingers, you never know. But we doing YouTube right now. We focus. We on the road to 1,000. We trying to get there. We focus, But that's all works. That's a big connection that's in the work. But it's coming. Yeah, I'll have that interview soon, November 17th, I believe, on Pickstand, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. It may be a little bit later. Don't hold me to it. Checking the server, you'll know. Um, but yeah, man, it was a pleasure having Chase Davidson come in and bless us with his music, listen to his music, talk with him, and conversate with him a little bit about music. That's what we do, man. If you're an independent artist and you want to be on a podcast, reach out. Reach out to me. Check us out in the server, Battle Rap Kingdom. He who wears the crown's rules. Well, let me say it again. Battle Rap Kingdom, Battle League. He who wears the crown rules. Shout out to everybody that pulled up for the Halloween battle rap event. All the battles that pulled up, the ones that didn't show up, I'm telling you now, you might not get booked again. Punctuation is key. But yeah, to everybody that showed up and supported, thank y'all for coming out. For everybody that's in the chat right now that showed us all this love, showed Chase all this love, showed me all this love. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because this channel would be nothing without y'all. So shout out to y'all, man. Definitely. It's been. Oh, you want it? Oh, it's been. It sounds like a remix. I ain't remixing.
Well, I'll just say this from my end. Once again, thank you guys for having me on. It was great. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and maybe we can do this again sometime in the future.
Absolutely. Before we leave out here, I think I got one more question. Wait, hold on. Let me go. Y'all just bear with me for a second. One more question.
Okay.
Practically, the process that you had to take to the process that you'll take to get your music out, is there any part of it that you regret or figure like there's a better way you could have did something, like as far as making a song, or maybe the way you went by marketing it, or the way, you
know? Definitely nothing that I wouldn't say anything that I regret. It's just it's a learning process. I guess it's two different things, right? If you're talking about like marketing a song, I think you have to have I think you need to have an open mind. I'll say it like this. I try to have an open-minded perspective. I see what works and what doesn't work as well in terms of putting things out. So like, to give you some more like specific examples, right? If you're trying to put content out anywhere and you want to broaden your audience to get people that maybe were not listening to whatever you are creating, whether it's music, like a podcast, yada, yada. You gotta reach areas. You gotta reach areas where you're going to find new people. So for instance, if I post on my Twitter or my Instagram or something like that, that's great and all. I mean, it'll get your core people, your core following, and you want to keep and have them involved. But if you're trying to broaden or whatnot, you got to try different avenues. Try Reddit has worked to some degree. I mean, hey, this whole interview and talk we're having now happened because of posting on Discord, and Hawk ended up seeing my video on Discord, right? So things like that. Try different avenues. And then in terms of the actual like music production, no, man, like I like trying different things. Keep trying different things. That's my perspective. It's like, because you're gonna find out new ideas. You might make a whole song and be like, when you're making it, that's awesome. But then when you're done, you're like, you know what? I don't like it. But you know what? I'm glad I tried, because this one idea that I took from making that song, I can now use that going forward in something else. So just keep trying, keep doing new stuff.
Yeah, man. If you are a young artist out there and you're trying to navigate the system, it's never a regret. Because when you're doing something that you love, it's never a regret. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do whatever it takes to see that through. You know what I'm saying? So it's never really a regret. So yeah, man, keep that in mind. Stay focused, stay humble, stay disciplined. It's been the Chop It Up podcast. I'm your boy Hawklyfe. But before I leave, I'm gonna leave you with this right here. It's under the stage.
Sunset on the beach, girl, and the moment's feeling right. The waves crashing the shoreline slowly die down with the tide. We can wash away our worries and let them drift far away. is young. Grab on your waist, girl, just like you want. Pulling you closer, we're heating up. Know in my heart that you are the one. This is a night to live how we want. Free to express and be who we are. One with the rhythm under the stars. There's something about your aura that comes alive within the night. Your eyes glow in the twilight, shining back at me and I know we don't last forever, so let's make the most of our time, of our time, of our time, of our time, our time. I just wanna be with you, girl, just the two of us tonight. Together we can make an essence of love that both hearts desire. Let the rhythm pull you deeper, release your feelings inside. Let them fly, let them fly, let them fly to the sky. Get up, girl, let's have some fun. Let's go and dance while the night is young. Grab on your waist, girl, just like you want. Pulling you closer, we're heating up. Know in my heart that you are the one. This is a night to live how we want. Free to express and be who we are. One with the rhythm under the stars.
Yeah, man, it's the Chop It Up podcast, man. It's your boy Hawklyfe. Much thanks to our guest Chase Davidson, man. Chop It Up podcast. Chop it up. Let's talk.